Yeah, folks, I'm just in the middle of, I should be doing my accounts now, but I come across, we do various things, and obviously if you see my live streams, I'm not currently doing it. I normally do it when I do my show, because I want to use my phone so that I could show you my setup and what I do. But basically, I have a camera over here, which is a Mevo, which I bring into my live stream. So normally you see me from the side view, that's coming in from there, into my system here, right? And I'll explain that a little bit to you in a minute. So I've been looking. I've got a decent DSLR camera here. Here, where did that come from? Here, which I've had for ages. And the iPhones are that brilliant. The DSLRs, you know, it's okay every now and then, but generally you don't use them, do you? Because you're using your phones, because the quality of the phone is fantastic. So I've got this. I've got a GH3 Lumix. So what I've done with that, which is not part of the video, but I'll tell you anyway. I bought a battery emulator. So basically what that does, it means we can go on location or do something here, and that's plugged in. That cost me 17 quid because it was one in a damaged box on eBay, not eBay, Amazon. So you could use it without that, but that gives me power. That means that the camera's going to be powered up all the time on a plugged in or on a, you know, I can put it into an external battery pack. So that's one thing anyway. So that's my DSLR camera I've got, yeah, that I want to bring into my feed as well as me, so I can get different views. And if we've got bands here or whatever, we can do stuff with them. So currently that's going nowhere. And to get it into me, so that's the DSLR, yeah. So to get that into there, I've been looking, and I think it's the Elgato what everyone talks about. It's about 120 quid, and I just couldn't justify paying it. So I thought I had a bit of a punt on. Amazon, and I bought this, and I thought, man, at work, it was 50. I think it was 15, 16 quid. It's that there, right? So it's the HDMI video capture with loop out. So what you can do with this, you can actually loop out, bring out video in, and you can put it to another screen to your computer. So it's great for people who are doing presentations. That's worth it just for that. HDMI in. So I'll show you the unit here, and it's got some cables. Take the cables out of it. So basically, that's how big it is. It's tiny, isn't it? Right? And then it's got input there, HDMI input, and it's got another input there. So my camera has that type of HDMI input. It's a small one, but on the other end is a full size one. So what I do with that is I plug, hopefully you'll see all this, the input, right, is going to come from my camera. So I'm going to plug that into there now. It goes into that, yeah. Then hopefully you'll be able to see this. Then that, of course you'll be able to see it. Then that goes into the output, obviously, of the camera. So I'll put that in there like that. If I can get it. You never get HDMI cables in the right frigging way, can you? So now what we've got the camera, which should be running. Yes, it is running. Going into my capture card, right? So I think that with my emulator, you might not need an emulator, but the emulator and that cost me 30 odd quid, which is cheaper than the old thing that I was going to buy anyway. This would be great for if we're doing, like, we want to do some stuff with bands. So if we go to a location, be able to set that camera up and the Mevo camera up and bring them into the computer, and I'll show you what we're doing next. So what I do with that, what I've done, I've bought myself a powered, you don't need to, this can go straight into the computer, but I bought myself a powered USB hub, so that I'm not straining the computer's power. Does that make sense? So what happens now is the output, which is there, so you could do output to HDMI. So if you want to just take that and put it into a TV, you can, but I can do, it's going to go to a USB. So that's going to the USB there, right? So that USB, if I can swing this round and show you, that's my setup now. So I've got my camera there, going into the card, it's lit up because it's getting power, and then that's going into my hub, which obviously this hub is going into the computer, but that could be going straight into the back of your MacBook or I've got this on a big gimbal, you see. So what happens then, you see, which is a bit more complex, but if you're into your stuff, what we tend to do, and I'll give you a little secret here, we use OBS, right? So let me flick this round, because that'll be easier. I'll be able to see what you're seeing then. So this is OBS. So Hang on a minute, where's that going now? What's in the way of it? Oh, I know what's in the way of it. The bloody thing. Can't do that. It's the gimbal at the back. Oh, this is brilliant. Very professional, this. Very professional, Kirk. Right, let's see if we can flip this round, can't we? Let's do it this way. We can flick it round. There you go. Right, so you should be okay now. All right, let me... No, we don't want that, do we? Just hang on. Bear with me, people. I might even take out of this. So that... Can you see that? Can you see that, people? Can you see that? My screens. I need to make sure I can see everything. So this is OBS. So currently, what you're seeing here, that's coming from my camera here, which is, to be honest, is absolutely shit. Cameras from your Macs or your whatever your computers are diabolical. There's just no quality to them at all. So what I'm going to do, I've got I set it up here a bit earlier on. I've got this DSLR camera. So that now, if I unplug the DSLR camera or the input, you'll get nothing, right? So I've unplugged it. So I plug that back into here, and it should. There you go. So what I can do now is, that's the DSLR camera operating. There's me. So when I do my live streams, see what I can then bring it in. This is me preview. So whatever's in this window is my preview. This is what I'd be beaming out onto wherever, onto whatever platform I want to beam out to. So I can flick that over, and then that then becomes oh, hang on a minute, what's going on there? I don't like that view. That then becomes the feed, so it's looking back at itself and it's seeing it in multiple things. Does that make sense? So obviously, because I use a mixer, I take the sound from this microphone here. But you could, as long as you've got something plugged into your computer, you can take a decent... You want a microphone plugged in to get decent sound. But you could, you know, because what I'm using the webcam for, I'm using the camera for, is like a webcam. I'm not videoing it. That's actually, that image that's coming out there is not video. It's as if it's taking a photograph. So I could zoom in, change the angle, etc., etc. Does that make sense? So for 30 odd quid, I think that's bloody great. And you could really pimp up your live stream. So say you're doing Zoom or whatever, you could bring that camera in rather than a camera from your computer, because the camera from your computer is crap. And we all need to level everything up, don't we? Whatever it is, whether you're an artist, whether you're in business, or whether you just want to talk to family. Yeah, it's okay. The PC cameras are worse than your phones for doing stuff. Terrible. But what can happen then, you see, if you've got one view, one sort of angle, that's fine. But if you want multiple angles, you'll need multiple cameras, won't you? So using things like that, you know, I could get another one of those boxes. I could get another one of them and plug another camera into it. The Mevo's different because, I'm telling you all my little secrets here. The Mevo's different because the Mevo works off the Wi-Fi or plugs in, they've got a new update now, or plugs into the computer and USB. So I don't need a capture card for that. It does it all itself. So if you're seeing my video, say tomorrow or later on or whatever I do, and you see an image from this side, because that's the view that I normally get from my Mevo, and then you'll see a view from that side, I'll be able to flick over. So rather than doing this that I'm doing now, moving it around manually, it'll flick instant. All I need to do is change the input on my stream, and then I'll get a different view. Does that make sense? And I hope it helps someone, because we're always looking for ways to improve what we do. And I did this because we've got a band that want to do a live stream. We want to actually get them on a proper TV studio, which is the plan. But if we can't, then what we're going to do is we'll do something ourselves. So I'd definitely go and have a look at that, depending what you want to do. One of them. That's off Amazon. I don't get anything off Amazon, by the way. HDMI capture with loop, about 16 quid, I think it was. And obviously, if you're going to use a DSLR, then get an emulator. Just search for an emulator for whatever one you're doing. I mean, the emulator for that should have been about 25 quid. And then it said used. So I'd look at the used one. It wasn't used. All it was the packaging might be damaged. I don't really bother about the package. I'm going to take out the package and use the bloody thing, throw the package away. So I got it for about 15, 16 quid or something, whatever. I forget what it was. It wasn't much. It was well worth buying. So hopefully that'll help you. And then obviously OBS is a totally different thing, but you can bring your camera into Zoom, whatever you want to do. Or say you might want to use your camera from your computer and have a shot going somewhere else. Say you're doing something else, you might want to bring that image in. That and turn it into video. But I think that's an absolutely brilliant solution which will really help us going forward. Look at that, you see it on there. So that, well, it's because it's the camera, it's coming up with all the things that it thinks she wants me to do, because I'm touching the back of the screen, you see at the minute. So, but I think that's wonderful. I think that's absolutely fantastic. It's a fantastic bit of kit. Anyway, I'm going to get going. I've got accounts to do. I'm procrastinating doing this, you know. I should be doing my accounts now. Well, my gimbal move. Let's see this. Oh, there it goes. Moving again now. Right, I'm off. You have a great day. Keep your Dougie Stone radio. Just say Alexa, open internet radio. And we're always trying to keep ahead of the curve. We're always trying to improve. Always trying to do different things. Always trying to improve the quality of what we do, the technology that we use. Because, you know, we just got to keep moving. Just got to keep moving forward, haven't we? Have a great day, whatever you're doing. Stay safe.